Hey guys, it's Dad. So today I'm just going to give you some pointers about how to change the oil in the car, and lots of things to prepare in advance. But the actual job only takes about 20 minutes to get done. So this is something you can decide whether you want to do yourselves or you want to take to Jiffy Lube or mechanic or something. Most of them are pretty inexpensive. If you do it yourself, like I said, it's not a bad way to spend a little time, but you can, again, if you just don't want to do it, don't do it. But here's the details of it. So first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your car has been running a little bit so it's warm, and shut it off. You need to have it jacked up, so either use a floor jack with some jack stands, or sometimes use ramps. So you'll see, let's see, let me turn it around, maybe not. So here we see the cars up on ramps there. Basically you just put them in place and just drive the car up real easy. Have somebody help you make sure you're not going to drive off the ramp. And you want to pop the hood to the car, and in this case you want to take the lid to the oil filler spot here, and then just crack it loose and take it so that it gets the air and allows it to come through, right? Later that's where we're gonna put the replacement, the new oil in when we fill it back up. Okay, and so the rest of the work is underneath the car. We climb underneath and we drain the oil, and we take out the old oil filter, put a new oil filter in, put the plug back in, and then we come back to the top and we fill it back up with oil. Not too complicated, but you have to know kind of where to get the plug and the tools to do it. So what I laid out was a little bit of carpet here that allows me to get underneath. You need to have one of these, which is some kind of pan to catch the oil when it comes out, because you're going to collect it. It's going to pour all over the place, about 5 to 8 quarts of oil. So you don't want that poured all over your driveway or street or wherever. Somebody would probably report you to the EPA. That's not good stuff. No. Anyway, it's not good for the environment. We collect that and then we put it into a can like this, okay? And then we hand that back in to like an auto parts place, and they dispose of it properly. All right, so first thing we need to do is put our drain pan in place, and then break the drain plug loose to allow the oil to drain out of the oil pan in the car, and then we'll work on the oil filter. So you come with me underneath. We're going to move our pan into place. In this case, everything is essentially right underneath the car. You see here, there's an oil filter, and then it's followed by an oil pan. Okay, and then in this case, the oil pan has a plug right here, which has to be broken loose for us to then let the oil drain into the pan here and collect for us to put it out. So this car has a plug size that is about 17 millimeters. So we take our ratchet and socket. The ratchet is the arm piece, and the socket is a little round piece that you put on it. Varies in size. And so then we just put it on the plug. If I can do this without twisting my arm all around. Alright, and then you just crack it loose one good time. And then maybe helps to have leverage here. And I'm going to put you down for a second. Get a couple arms on this. No, that's because that doesn't belong there. Yeah, okay. So that's loose. So that you guys know, make sure you got your socket on the right nut. There's only one that's a plug, and then the other sockets, the other nuts and bolts you'll see are attached to other things. that are brackets that are held onto the oil pan in this case. So the nut is loose, and then basically all you do is get your arm out of the way because it's going to pour out as soon as you let it go. And then we just loosen it up, and then you'll see the oil come out, start to drip, and then eventually it'll straight out pour. So let me just get this fixed right away. There it goes. Okay, see that pouring out?
Yeah.
And then we just let that pour. Hi, Bale.
Hi, Dad.
And so we let that pour out, and while that's pouring out, we're going to set our oil pan nut down there, and then we'll start to work on the oil filter. Hey, Bailey, can you do me a favor and get me some paper towels?
Towels?
Yeah, paper towels, honey. Yeah, that helps because sometimes you get a little oil on your hands or oil on the rest of things, and it's nice to have something to clean up with. All right, so oil filter is here. See it up in there, right? And so let's see if I can get you there. This, okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to use an oil filter cap like this that will go on the bottom of the oil filter, and then
Paper towels.
thanks, honey. Thanks, honey.
I see some over here too.
All right, thank you. What we'll do is so I'm going to break for a couple minutes while I get this fixated so I don't break the phone in the process. So I'll be right back.